Hello, hello. Ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum, bum, 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 bum. Hello, hello. What's new in Chrome? What's new? Bum 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 bum. Am I ready? I don't know. I think I am. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Welcome to another stream of Plane Shift. Hello, hello. I restarted my PC. And there is this, what's new in Chrome? Let's see. Get what you need from scanned PDFs. With Chrome, you can now search, select, copy the text you want in scanned PDF. Okay. A new way to customize your toolbar. Improve your browser performance with one click. Share password on your phone. Okay. Nice. Why Chrome is not the default? Because Firefox is. Because Firefox is. Good evening, good evening, good evening. We are approaching a new release, We are approaching a new release. I hope can be this weekend. It really depends on how much stuff we can do. In these days, today, tomorrow. But I think it's possible. I believe. I believe. This is all the stuff that I have to. Oh my god, we still have the seat on chair. No, the seat on chair. I cannot. I don't know. I don't know how to fix the seat on chair. It's I don't know. I tried in many different ways, but so today we work a bit on bug fixing. There is an NVIDIA update as well. We work a bit on bug fixing. Yes. I want to do a run of bum bada bum bum bum. Okay, let's change the music and let's go. Boom. Hello, Yoko. Hi. Hello, Hulan. So this bug says when opening a chest, the system message is cut off. As reported by Velor on Discord, when opening the Arcana chest, it gives you the following message. You open the chest and you find 7. Well, in theory, it should say 7 items, no? 7 something. That was not what I wanted to do. Time. That was not what I wanted to do. The screenshot is also in Discord, but it's basically open in Discord, so... What about the Mac feedback? The Mac is going great, but I'm not getting any much traction. I mean, this post is now at 3.7k view, which is insane. Someone asked how big is the download, and I answered. So, we have like nearly 4,000 views, and well, a few people contacted me, but they didn't do anything. You know, they said yes, I will, but then they didn't. So the you find 7 actually is the number of items, right? You open the chest and you find 7 is the number of items. But maybe I can say that more clearly, right? I can say 7 items, right, or something. So should be where name like treasure chest. I don't know why this thing is so okay. Can make it larger actually. You open the chest and you gain a treasure. Maybe I didn't change it only in production. Oh no, probably is here. Treasure chest, random loot. Ah no, that is the quality. Yeah, that is... Okay. This was another debug that I did because I wanted to print out the quality. I wanted to print out the quality of the dungeon to understand what was it. This was my debug stuff, so we can remove it. We can remove it. Yeah, it should not have been there actually, but it slipped in. Let me see if I can remove it also from production directly, so it's done. To remove it from production, I have to go mat script, other script, This will be treasure. Treasure chest, random loot. Yeah, I found it. I'm on the other screen, 1 second. So, yeah, we remove that quality. Basically, that is the quality of the dungeon. Okay, I updated it. Yeah, it was a leftover, actually. It was a leftover. Easy fix. You know? 3 seconds. 3 seconds. If all the things were so easy. Fixed pending release. Done. Okay. Fixed pending release. Not all properties of looted magic items work correctly. Not all properties of looted magic items work correctly. Of the 3 magic item property, most of them work correctly. From the first property, like Ruin, Masterwork, Light, Heavy, the weapon speed or weight modification is not applied. The second property applies only to the stat modification. The third property probably works in most cases, and so it's supposed to happen. I investigated this and noticed that item stats as shown in the description are always the same. Just one example, compare Shoresword to Ornate Shoresword of the leader. Stats are exactly the same, even when Ornate property claims item attacks with 20% more ferocity but 20% heavier. I also tested these 2 items in combat. I could not notice any difference in attack delay. Yeah, but what is the example, right? Do we have an example of this? So ruined something you're saying is not working? Ruined, huh? Okay, let me see. Hello, dotted fish. Ruin works. The first property, from the first property, like Ruin, Masterwork, Light, Heavy, the weapon speed or weight modification is not applied. It is your phrase, but I don't understand it. From the first property, like Ruined to Masterwork. No, I don't understand what this means. He's saying it is not applied. The weapon speed or weight. The weapon speed or weight modification. The weapon speed or weight modification. Loot modifiers. Loot modifiers. So like, so give me a weapon that light, for example, reduce the weight. I don't know if weight has never worked actually. Probably weight never worked. Okay, let's take light. Light is saying speed, weight, and attack. Wow, light is doing a lot of stuff. It's doing 3 things. Holy shit. Light is doing 3 things. Work it in Legacy? Okay. If you work it in Legacy, then we have a good chance. Hello, Borderon. Okay, so this axe is okay, or you want a longsword? I mean, we can have a longsword. We can have No. I never have the items that I need. It's ridiculous. I never. Okay. Longsword. Okay, longsword, right? So now this longsword, we want to make it light. Light is an adjective. It is 329. Okay. So now this thing, in theory, is a light longsword. Okay, so this one is a light longsword now. Light longsword. Okay. Let's see if he's saying something. And let me take also a normal longsword so that we have the two to compare, right? So we have a normal longsword and a light longsword. I like the fact that it's changing the icon. Nice. I think it's also changing the 3D model, no? I mean, no, well, it's changed. Yeah, this one has the, you see that he has some nice ornament here that the normal longsword doesn't have. Very nice. I don't know if you noticed that, but hopefully you did. It costed me quite some work. Okay, so the normal longsword says only attack delay 2.1 and damage 2.2, right? So this is what the longsword says. Okay. That is what the longsword says. And the light says this. And the light says this, right? Wait, the weight, I don't see it. No. I cannot. Okay. Anyway. You can do this. So actually the weight is not changing. Apart that is, there is an error here. Weight is missing the T. But fine. Now the script that I see is actually doing that, but probably is not applying it properly, because the script on the weapon, well, actually the script on the modifier is this one, right? It is the script on the modifier, so on the weapon. So it's saying speed multiplied by 0.8, which is 20% faster. And it's saying weight 0.5, so in theory is 50%, right, less. And an attack value is 1.5. So we need to understand if it's a problem of just the visualization, or if it's really a problem that the weight is not applied. Do you know if the speed is applied? Oh, Momires. But if we can have another one without items is better, so we test. Yeah, this one is 0 items, so we can immediately test the name is Jallel XX. Jallel XX. Jallel XX. Okay, we are next to this guy. So if I give this guy has no items, right, at the moment. Wait, this guy has 0 weight, 0 capacity, right? 0 weight, 0 capacity. So if I give him the normal sword, he now goes at 2 weight and 4 capacity. 2 weight and 4 capacity. Okay, if we drop this and I give him the light, right? It goes to 2 weight and 4 capacity, so it's not changing anything. So even in this report, even in this thing, is not changing. Speed is not applied. Okay. So it looks like we have a bug probably, huh? Okay. So we have to do it outside of this environment because this environment is just a real game and I cannot debug anything there. So we have to do it in our environment. If possible, would be best to do it. Let me see. False, false. Okay. We can do it in production database, but with everything false, so that we don't go. Okay. So in theory, what happens is that when the weapon is equipped, these modifiers take effect, right? And now I don't know if I have directly an item weight. Yes. Initialize the value if needed. Overlay weight less than 0. Overlay weight base item again. Otherwise, base. Otherwise. Attribute name compare weight. It is actually only setting the value though. Value. Is it that it works only when you have because reading the code like this, right? I don't like this if else, right? Unless he's doing 1 by 1, probably he's doing 1 by 1. Probably he's doing 1 by 1. Because then it is doing multiply, right? And it is actually setting the value as the modifier. So, I mean, in theory it should work, but obviously it doesn't. But in theory it should work. Why we have exactly the same code in 2 places? We have exactly the same code in PS item stats and in loot randomizer. Why? I don't know. And here there is way more. Set attribute apply OP. Because in theory that is inside loot randomizer, right? So in theory should be here. Okay, let's try to do this. We have to create a case, right? So we have to create I need an empty character so that I only have one item, so it's so much easier, right? Otherwise we will go through all the calculations and stuff. Maybe there is a missing call or something. The problem is that in Legacy you couldn't see those values, right? So if you remember, in Legacy the magic display was not shown. So maybe you didn't know, you know, what he was doing. Okay, here we have to enter as P. And if we have just a newly created character, that would be the easiest. I think I left the longsword on the ground. On the server. Yeah, I did. Anyway, you can pick it up. I think it's still loading. Yeah, still loading. I just restarted my machine, so there is zero caching. We have to wait the caching to kick in. It's still loading. Okay. Maybe now? Maybe now. You just saw the effect, there was no description, but the damage increase or weapon speed changes and weight changes were shown in the property when it was identified. There was no description? What do you mean there was no description? But anyway, we will figure this out. Okay, so this character has 0 items, right? So if I create a longsword and then I change it again like we did, this character is anyway was 329. Yes. So okay, so how do I test? Okay, so now we have the case, right? We have the test case. Now in theory this is applied when well, in theory it's applied when the item is loaded, right? Yeah, this should happen when the item is loaded, I think. We can do this. We can debug this part and debug also the item stats one. Because anyway, when we load in this character, we don't load anything else, right? So I think if I quit and I reconnect to the game, there was no description in okay, sorry, you were referring to Legacy. Yeah, in Legacy there was no description, but you were seeing the effects and you were saying that they were shown in the property when identified. Okay. Okay, okay, I thought you were referring to something else. Okay, I understand now. So in theory, when I click on play, we should trigger the breakpoint, right? Yes, in fact we do. Okay, let me see. What are we evaluating here? We are evaluating item speed. Okay, we are evaluating item speed. I want to focus on weight 1 second because weight should be really... Okay, item weight, right? Item weight. So item weight, attribute name, blah, blah, blah. Starts with compare. So he's doing this comparison. Okay, so he enters here. He's checking if the weight is less than 0. If the weight is less than 0... This is already a bit strange, eh? Interesting. Interesting, because in theory he should have taken the base weight. Yeah, this check is not working. This check is not working. Because in theory he should have entered here, right? He should have entered inside of this. He should have taken the base weight. And then after having taken the base weight and putting into this value, he should have multiplied it down here when he's doing the multiply stuff, right? So, but in reality, my weight is an undetermined value. Instead of being 0, it is null. Now, I never understood exactly why we are not initializing the variable here, right? So I think this should be initialized. This should be initialized. Like we initialize money. Yeah, initialize money. For example, that's just an example. We initialize money, but we don't initialize those values. So cost multiplier for magic items. No, but here there seems to be a problem. We have a float detected as none, and I think in the past it was not possible. So according to IIS standard, none value have the odd property the comparison involved in are always false. Yeah, because it's not determined. Now, I think I think we should just, now this is a kind of a big change. I mean, it's an easy change, right? I just have to say equal to 00f, so it's very simple. But this change in theory is doing stuff, right? Because why there is no speed, for example? Damage stats. But I don't understand why this is not initialized when we initialize this, right? It's done by purpose, bro. It's done by purpose. Look. Look. In the initialization of this class, we are initializing all of that to none. But the problem, bro, is that, okay, let me, but is this new or always been like this? I think it always been like that. This thing is a bit strange. Weapon speed might be latency. Yeah, possible. Let me do a test. So we set that to that. Does it compile? We have to include math or something. Yeah, we have to probably include limits. No, I don't remember what is the class. Okay, limits. So now this is actually set to none. So basically set to an invalid value, right? And we did it by purpose. So now if I say, you know, if I say if weight is less or equal to 0, which is exactly what our code is doing, right? I think this will not trigger, right? This will not trigger. Is less than 0. Exactly. It doesn't. It doesn't. But I cannot say null, right? So it will not work. It will not work like this, right? No, because it's not a value, right? It's not a value. So or I compare it again to this shit, but I don't even know how to compare it actually. But how is it possible that it was working before? That is very strange, because it is assigning it to that. You see, set those variable to a none to indicate they are inactive. Okay, fine. So we know that they are not active, because the point is that in theory a latency of 0, well, a latency of 0 is really strange, right? But a like a weight of 0 in theory is a valid value. So if I set it to 0, I am saying that is valid. So the idea is to put it as invalid. And I understand that. But then when we load, right, when we do this comparison, then it cannot, right? This will never work. So how it is possible it was working before? That is what I'm trying to understand. So return a specific value, quiet, not a number, as represented by the floating point, etc, 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 etc. The most common binary representation of... No. Ok. A none never compares equal to itself. Copying a none may not preserve its bit representation. Okay, but then how do I know if it's none, right? Not a number. Ah, is none. Ah, okay. There is easy. There is an is none. Okay, there is an is none. So, but you know what I'm a bit surprised? I'm a bit surprised that here we are doing this, right? Because this is saying initialize the value if needed. But this is actually not working because it's not. So in theory I should say, right? I should say if overlay weight is none, right? Or overlay weight is less than 0. So if I do it this way, now we will go through this. But my question is why this was not in the legacy code? It is very, 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 very strange. Huh? That was not in the legacy code. And you tell me that it was working in the legacy. In legacy, I think it was not working in legacy. Are you sure it was working in legacy? Loot randomizer set attribute. I think it was broken already. Or maybe the compilers of that time. Quite sure it was. Quite sure it was. Maybe the compilers of that time were associating none to less than 0. I don't know. But it's very strange. Or I changed it without knowing what I was doing. Maybe I changed it. Let's search the old code. It is the old code, right? It is 063 code. So fuck it, it is. Yeah, I changed it myself. Yeah. It was comparing to none in the old code. Yeah. This is my mistake as usual. As usual. So I didn't understand what I was doing when I did that change. I didn't understand what I was doing. Exactly. Okay, so we can fix it very easy. Very easy. What I'm doing it, yeah. So if I go here, let me just check this CS code conversion because maybe I also said how to do it properly. You see? But then I didn't do it. So I knew how to do it, but I didn't do it. Okay. Now the problem could be where this is, right? Because this could be in a million places. This could be in a million places. Well, actually, is none is used in many places. So it seems that I used it. And I did this conversion, right? But it was so many years ago that... So... Yeah, you see, change it all CS none in is none, right? There was 2020. So I did that. Fixed the bug on inventory weight loading, which was messing up stamina calculation. Yeah, stamina calculation. So, okay, so maybe, I don't know, when I ported the loot randomizer, I was not aware of that. I learned it later and then I forgot about it. So we have to be sure that all the is none that we have here, so this one, so is weight and speed. Is weight, speed, and damage stats. Weight, speed, but also the others, and it's basically everything. Okay. Where are we? Here we are in loot randomizer, right? And here we are in loot randomizer. Okay, so we have speed that is latency, yes. We have this. Okay, the problem is also here, so it's not applying a bunch of stuff. There's a bunch of stuff that is broken at the moment. A bunch of stuff. Many of the modifiers. So this one, okay. This one slash pierce. They are exactly all the same. None of this is working at the moment in game. I don't think so, because they are all using the wrong comparison. They are all using the wrong comparison. They are all using pierce, blunt. Then there is this item protection. Yeah, basically everything. Everything, boys. I'm searching the protection. Is it possible that nothing is working at the moment with these bonuses? I mean, that would be insane, but it looks like... It looks like... all these checks are wrong. All these checks are wrong. Okay, we fixed them. Okay, now there was another place which was actually item stats, right? You know what? I want to do this just to be sure that I don't forget it again. Let's say the float variables are set to none in the constructor to indicate they are inactive, right? I want to do this so we don't forget it again. Okay. At least it's somehow documented. But there was another place, right? There was another place which was in item stats. In item stats. No, but it is okay. It is okay because there is not that comparison. So it's only for the randomized loot. Okay, good. Okay, let's see. In theory, it's fixed. In theory, it's fixed. This was a good one. Thank you for reporting it, because it was very hard to find, I guess. Yeah, there is still a conversion from Legacy to Unreal problem. So it's always been like that, so in the last 3 years or whatever. When did we do the full switch? I don't know, like 2 years ago? It's always been like that. Yeah, the reason it's doing this is because if you say that the latency is 0, it will actually be 0 speed, right? So super quick. While instead is using this weird construct, right, to set a float to basically non-valid. Right? It's saying this float is non-valid, is not set. Yeah. Yeah, there was a bug. Forgot to convert it properly. Okay, let's see. Let's see if now. So now in theory, it should go inside. It should go inside this. But we can see directly. I mean, the weight should be off, right? Armor now is the same description as weapons. I don't know if it's related to this bug as well, but I don't know. It's just a description. If it's just a description, then it's just a text. Because actually the text is manually entered. It's not calculating, it's not generating the text based on the real characteristic. Because we had too many, it was too complex to do. So we just put it manually. So there is a table where we have all the text, right? And maybe just the text is wrong, right? I don't remember if we have that into a modifier table or what. Modifier, loot modifier descriptions, yes. Yeah, exactly. This is the description of each of them. And so you're saying, sorry for the spoiler, but that's what it is. So you're saying that here the armor... but no, but the arm... because the armor is... No, say it again. So what is the point? Armor now has the same description as weapon. Yeah, because the description is read from this table, and this table doesn't know if it's an armor or if it's a weapon. We can maybe change the description to be more generic so that it works for both. I don't know. Yes, our weight is 1 now. So it seems to work, guys. It's fixed. And the attack delay is 1.68. What was it? It was 2.10, right? So he actually reduced. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. So it is correct now. So all your weapons are extremely more powerful now. Just by this change. Because actually the magics are now applied properly. Yeah, that was a big one actually. Really big one. Really big one. So you are saying what? That the armor as the same skill as weapon. In the past armor value increased, now it says damage. For example, what? Give me an example. Damage increase. Well, but also this one, right? Also this one is more attack. No. Wanted to know if light armor like Ember encrusted or light should increase weapon speed. Armor like Ember. I mean, you should not, but you can take a screenshot of this and you will know. So increased damage, right? You're saying. So item do item do 0.2 extra blunt damage. So you're saying that if I put a flaming on an armor, you should say, but can I put flaming on an armor? Yeah, but you see, it says as armor, increase blue wave resistance. I need an example. T-grain steel armor. T-grain steel armor. Okay, let's do this. Item. Plate, mail, torso, armor, right? Plate, mail, torso, armor. It is a normal one, right? And then we want the T-grain. Where is that? Rules, modifiers. T-grain steel. T-grain steel is a prefix. 288. Okay, now this armor should be that. Okay. Now this armor is that. So magic properties. T-grain steel increased damage by 100%. Ay. Maybe he's increasing damage by 100%. Why not? Are you saying he's not? No, it is. It is because the script is this. So it's multiply damage by 2. Holy shit, that's a strong armor, bro. And no, the what do you mean the description is wrong? No, the description is correct. It does increase damage by 2. At least, this is what the script does. Now, I don't know what it does, but it should, right? So if I attack something, if I attack wait. Let's take this nice tent, okay? We make this tent attackable and we give it 1000 HP, okay? 1000 HP. So now this tent is attackable now, okay? And he has 1000 HP. So there's no way for me to really understand, but we can see the bar going down, right? So if I attack it with my weapon one time, without the armor, they miss. Why I'm not doing damage? I fail to do any damage. I think because my sword skill is 0. Wait, where is war combat? Sword, yeah, is 0. Wait a second. Let's give ourselves. So I have to do skill. I have to do what? I have to do. Okay, now we have 100. Now we have 100 sword, right? We have 100 sword. So if I attack this. Why I don't do damage? Okay. Okay, I did 36 damage, right? That is 36 damage. So if I put on this armor, I cannot because I need more strength. Okay. Then we have to redo the. Then I have to redo the test. Okay, I can put it on. I like the sounds, by the way. Okay, let's attack it again. I'm doing 0 damage. This thing is very hard to hit. Okay, I did 70 damage. Wow, the strength makes a lot of difference. I do 70 damage, right? Without the armor. So if I put the armor, in theory should be 140. What the fuck? 57? Is it randomized? 57? $66. Yeah, there is a bit of a randomization going on, so... But definitely is not twice. 71. Wow, the trail effect is fantastic. 61. Without the arm, seems to be pretty much the same. Yeah, it's pretty much the same. But maybe the armor is doing something that I don't remember. Maybe if his damage on armor is automatically replacing it. For armor, it multiplies the armor value. It is now 998. The normal plate was 45454. 998. This, sorry, I didn't understand what you're saying. Okay, let me try again. Let me try to generate another one. Yes. So, okay. So, but that means that there is a kind of a weird formula. So, I mean, the formula, if he's an armor, does something different. Okay. Let me understand that. Yeah, which I think is a good idea anyway, because if armor could also give like 100% damage, this is kind of insane. Right, you have like 6 pieces of armor with 100. I mean, they would be impossible. You would do like godlike damage, which could be fun, but. So you are saying that if is an armor is switching. If he's an armor, is switching to something else. Huh? Item damage. Slash. Pierce. But he's putting it inside the weapon damage, actually. Probably in the code there is a switch, right? And he knows that if he's an armor, he's switching. I mean, it's not very evident here because it's actually put. Because for the armor is item protection. Item protection is different than item damage. That's a bit weird. Huh? It is a bit weird. It is a bit weird. Maybe he's doing it on load. I mean, somewhere, I don't know where, but somewhere he's probably doing this. So he's switching armor and weapon. Yeah, maybe the armor uses weapon damage as protection value. Yeah, it's very possible. It's very possible. I just don't know where is it, right? But it's somewhere for sure. But anyway, what we are saying is that the description is wrong, right? Get damage protection. Add the character natural armor bonus to this normal armor. Natural armor, if not, can restart. Armor protection, damage type. Armor protection, damage type. Do we have a modifier in the overlay? There it is. Yeah, easy. I think. You see that he's doing damage stats? Yes. So I think that this one is reading the damage. Now is the damage for all the type of damage, so piercing, bludgeoning, and slashing, or not? But yes, it seems that his ear is reading that. So if you have generic damage, right? Is he putting it as a generic weapon damage? Yeah, he's doing it for all. So yeah, so he's protecting from all the same. Yes, in fact, what we see is that all three are going up, right? All three are going up. Slash, blunt, and pierce. Yeah, exactly. Yes. So the description is wrong. Okay. Well, I think we can do the same trick, right? We can do the same trick. We can say on weapons, increase damage. On armor, increase protection, right? Or we can just say increase damage. No, I think it's better if we specify it. It's better if we specify it. So I have to take every single line where there is damage and I have to take every single line where there is damage. How do I do that? Text contains damage. Zero. Fantastic. Text contains damage. Why is not? Huh? Maybe I have to select all as well. Yeah, it's all of them. Oh my god. Increase pierce damage. Yeah, but you see that some are very different. Like this one, for example, is very different, right? This one is saying... But how we can do that? This one is saying... Increase pierce damage by 0.2. As armor, increase blue and dark way resistance by 10. As jewelry adds 4 armor. As when... Blah, 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 blah. How the fuck can do that? I don't remember. This thing I did it a million years ago. So boiling. Let me see what boiling does in terms of script. Okay. Boiling. Ah, yes. He has a specific script that does all that. Yeah. He has a script. So he has this script, right? There is really a script in the item that is saying if item is armor, blah 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 blah. If item is weapon, blah 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 blah. If necklace, blah 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 blah. Right? So it's really specified. While for the other damage, for the pure damage, is not done. There is the crafting magic, not the loot magic. Yeah, exactly. Well, okay, yeah, so they may work differently, right? But I have to take... so, for example, displaced as armor. If there is as armor is not... Can I filter when it does not contain? Can I add another condition? No, it's only one condition. PT. Okay, I think I can do it offline. I think it's too much, right? It's too much. Reduce damage by 40%. Yeah, but reduce damage of the weapon by 40%. Reduce damage bones. Yeah, but that's a bit weird though. So if I have an armor that is bones, then what it does? Bones. Is it possible to have an armor that is bones? Probably not, huh? Because with the theory that we just apply the damage to the armor, right? If I make this one bones, I will get the reverse effect, right? $2.70. So it's the same. Also reduce damage. Reduce damage by 40% or reduce armor by 40%. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he broke. I mean, he made it worst, right? He made it worst. No, so it works, but the description needs to be changed. Okay, so for now, every time you see damage alone, you have to remember that for armor, but I will go through the list. I will do it off the stream. And because it's a long work, I mean, I have to check every single cell. I have to check every single cell and change the description and verify. I mean, it will take me like half an hour, 1 hour just to do that. But I will do it. I will do it so we can have it correct, right? So basically what we understand, okay, so this one is actually fixed. So this one is fixed pending release. But the other one about the description. Okay, so this one is fixed pending release. Did you add also a ticket for the description or no? You didn't, huh? But I will remember, I will do it. Hopefully. Stone with harvesting selection. Stone with harvesting selection. There are stones that have harvest selection with right click. I think this is a leftover of an harvesting location. But there we go. That will go away when we do the pass on the new harvesting. We are working on the new harvesting, and Resildren is helping. And when we do that, when we complete that, I think we are good. Many trees also have this problem. For example, in the tree coordinates, blah blah blah. Yeah, I think these are all leftovers because there is no way a rock can allow you to harvest, right? So it's a location. 100% is a natural resource location. Let me see. You mean this rock, right? But if you harvest here, it's the same. No? What the fuck? Really? Only on the rock? Wow. What the fuck? I mean, unless the rock has the... because the rock is clickable because it's a mesh. That is very strange. That is very... What are you harvesting? Ah, nothing. Is there another rock? Wow. All rocks in the world? Could be. That's a bit strange though, because it doesn't seem all rocks. Okay. Yeah, so I guess that in that location there is probably an old... But yeah, it's kind of strange that only when you click on the rock that happens. That is very weird. I mean, on the trees is okay, because on the trees... Well... Yes and no. Like this one allows you to do it. I don't understand how it's possible that... So this one will work, right? Because this is... yeah. So we got the oak wood, whatever. No, but on the rock is very strange. On the rock. Because I think it there is... I have a check, right? I have a check that says... If it's a foliage, right? If it's a clickable foliage, do the check for harvesting, right? And actually the rock, stupidly enough, is foliage, right? Because it's added, I mean, in a real engine, it's just a prop that is added as part of it. But then also this is a foliage, right? But this is not right clickable. So I don't understand. So I don't understand why the rock... I don't understand why the rock... That's very strange. Trying to... let me see if we get any meaningful message when we right click. Yeah, we actually get it actor instance foliage, you see? So he's actually getting a foliage actor, so he's thinking that is a plant of some kind. But then he's getting cliff slabs 01, right? And cliff slabs 01 is not right. But then why not all the rocks? I mean, I'm fine that he's doing it on a rock because he thinks that he's hard, but why not all the rocks, right? These two rocks, yes, but the others not. That is what it puzzles me. It should be all rocks. But this one is a different landscape height field collision component. Probably because the rocks that are too small, they go below the threshold or something. Could be. So probably it's possible there is all the big rocks. Or maybe these rocks. Probably all the big rocks. The rock size is randomized, so it's random if you find a big one or a small one, right? Even if those ones look different somehow. Maybe those ones are added manually? No, I don't think so. But anyway, I don't think it's a big deal, because anyway, it's telling you that there is nothing to harvest at the end, right? It's just a bit weird, but if you ask me, it is a big problem. No. But it's strange that, like, because here is hitting on landscape height field collision component, while in the other case it was really hitting on a slab. So maybe those ones have been placed manually, or they are left over of something, right? So I think it's okay, but I don't know if I want to spend the time to fix it. I think is low priority. I mean, it's fine, but it's not disrupting anything. Flying vegetation. There is some vegetation flying above the ground. Okay, that maybe we can fix. I want to do, because we are republishing all the maps, and so oh wow, yes, because okay, there is disconnected stuff. Yeah, this we can fix. Where are we? It's the end of the world. Ah yes, I know where we are. No, I'm gonna die. No. Would be nice if you load in level 2, but you don't. One day we will have the second level. Okay. Yeah, this one I think we can fix. I think we should. Maybe I fixed it already, because I did a lot of changes to the. The only problem is finding where that is, because that is saying Large West, but Large West is immense, right? So Large West, where there is a river. Let me see if I find it. Perhaps you're far project where people can make houses. Yeah, well, they will. Not too far. I mean, not too far, Hula. Maybe, you know. Maybe it's even this year. I don't know. We deleted all the maps to load in faster, so I think I will not have that map for sure. So we need a 0704. So we need, unfortunately there is no way to know where that is without loading the stuff. So this river, I remember this river because I remember this river because I did it. This is the one that was for the new South village that then I didn't put. Yeah, there was an idea to have a village here, but then we decided to put it on the other side of the map. Okay, I think I know roughly where that can be. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, this one we can fix, I think. I mean, again, it's not game breaking, but it's fine. It should be easy enough. It's just finding the right map. You know what? I will just load them all. I will just load them all and GG. It's quicker, because if I have to load one by one, I go crazy. It takes me like 2 days. So I just load them all and I see where the hell. So they should be, I think they should be around 0306 or something like that. Or 0406, these locations. Now, that part is really not terraformed, right? So it's a bit of a... Yeah, there it is. There it is, I found it. Now... Yes. They may be invalid in these walls. By the way, it's exactly between two maps. Yeah, it is exactly between two maps. Yes, it's exactly between two maps. Okay, so maybe let's do this. Let's unload this one. We can because you see what is the problem? The problem is that is nearly outside of the... okay, it's fine. We can just move it. Let me see if I select invalid. It's not selecting that, huh? Strange they're not selecting as invalid, because in theory they are. This one are invalid. There's one thing that they should improve of the lasso, which is the... No. I fucked up. Okay, let me just move this once and then we will move the others, okay? Yeah, they're all in a very stupid place. But it's also true that this part of the map is basically not terraformed yet, right? So it's a bit of a placeholder. But it's fine, we can move it. No. Fuck. He wants to click that one at all costs, huh? Okay, so now there should be no more. But I don't know if in this level, right, it could be... I mean, at this ledge, probably... Or maybe even... yeah, I think it's okay. Yeah, I mean, this kind of bugs... You can still report them, it's fine. I mean, it's not a problem. You can still report them. You can still report them, so now this one is fixed. But, yeah. This one are kind of hard to catch when the area is not really terraformed yet, right? So all of these hills will change. It will probably be villages, or dungeon entrances, or monuments, or ruins, right? There will be something here. Now, it's all empty, so... But anyway, fixed. Fixed. Cast cleans, give message twice. I remember this one, but I don't know why the hell happens. Casting cleans, give message twice. When you cast cleans, the text you watch player name with magic or you watch the player with magic. The buffs are listed twice in the chat. Sometimes twice the success test, and then a third time not a successful test. Cleans. Yeah. You wash Tala Dev with magic from the crystal but are unable to dispel. You wash Tala Dev with magic crystal but are unable to dispel. Strange it is applied twice. Interesting. Interesting. Cast cleans. Why twice? Oh wow. Holy moly. What the hell is this script? If roll is base chains then and if roll is less than 75 multiplied by base chance, that's why. Because it's an if then and not an if then else. Oh wow, so you are cleansing it multiple times. The spell is actually wrong. Because this if is closing here instead of closing at the bottom. So if you do a 0.2, for example, you're gonna do this, and you're gonna do this, and you're gonna do this. But maybe is the way it's designed, no? Yeah, it is the way it's designed. I think that the design wants you to have all these percentages in addition. So you have a 95% chance to dispel Dark Way, right? And then you have a 65% to dispel red and brown, right? But is one plus the other. So it may happen twice, right? So maybe we should add in the text what it's doing, because you wash Taladev with magic from the crystal, but you are unable to dispel magic debuffs. But you are unable to display. Why? You wash with magic the crystal and dispel magic debuffs. 75%. So I basically this spell is doing multiple things, but I don't understand if you wanted if we wanted this spell to do it one or the other, right? Or all of it. Is there a description of this spell anywhere that can tell us how it should work? Because that's the point. At the moment it's applying all the effects randomly, so sometimes you get 2, sometimes you get 3, and the description is not very clear because it's not telling you what is cleaning, right? The target is washed with the magic of the crystal. No, description really sucks. Description sucks. I can go back in the history and try to find the description of the spells, but that I have to do some real archaeology. I have to do some real archaeology. Docs, rules. I have to do some real archaeology here with my files. Magic spell list. Magic rules, plane shift spell system 2001. I don't know. Plane shift spell system. Magic spell list version 3. I don't know. Magic rules version 12. I don't know. Let me try magic rules version 12, whatever, and see what happens. If there was an explanation of how the spell should work, but I don't know. I think this was more on the magic rules than the spells themselves. So probably the spells we invented as we go, right? So I don't remember. But let's see, we have a lot of stuff documented, so you never know. You never know. Maybe we find it, you know? There are actually the spells. Now you may have all the spells here. Cleans. Wow, there's also the script. What? No, because I just pasted it. Okay, sorry. Cleans. No, cleans is not found. No. Spell list, magic spell v3. Magic spell v3. Cleans. No, cleans has been added probably later because it's not in the original spell list. But yeah, it is a very, very old file. I don't even know, it's not even readable. It's kind of broken. It's kind of broken. No, okay, so the question is... we don't know, so there is no history on this. So we have to decide how it works, okay? So for what I understand, at the moment the spell is giving you a 95% base chance to dispel dark way effects, right? And this is because crystal is opposite to dark, and so it's very likely that you get it, right? So you have like a nearly 100% chance to dispel dark effects. Then you get, at the moment, as an addition, so it is not one or the other, but is and the other, you get a 65% chance to dispel red and brown way effects, right? And he's saying including magic debuffs. Okay. Then there is a 65%, again as an end, to dispel friendly way. I don't know what friendly way means, but is azure, blue. Yeah, azure and blue, right? Azure and blue. Maybe we should put this into the description of the spell. And then if this fails, this is a list of all the spells that is cancelling. And if I don't understand this if else though, because if this if ends here, right? If target is the caster, No, I don't understand this then else. What is this then else? If roll is base chance. If not, you wash with magic with the crystal, but you are unable to dispel magic debuffs. Is this done consistently or not? Seems not. It seems that the unable happens only. The unable, right? The unable happens only on this one. I don't know why. And then there is a 25% chance to 25% chance to dispel the same way being crystal, right? Same way being crystal. So this is what the spell does. With a bit of a weird message, if the 65% fails, then you get an extra message that you failed. So the unable is printed only once. Or no, it's printed. The unable is printed in the last two for whatever reason. Right? Yeah, it's printed in the last two. I don't know why. It's a bit weird, but basically this one is plus unable in case you fail, right? And plus unable in case you fail. Okay, so this is how it works. This is how it works. This is how it works. So my question to you guys is, do we want all this to happen in parallel, or do we want only to dispel once randomly? Well, once randomly is completely useless because the guy may have other stuff on him. And so yes, this one should happen all at the same time. Yes, should happen all at the same time. Absolutely. But maybe they should give you the information, right? So for example, you wash with magic from the crystal and dispel, you know, red and brown way effects. I don't understand why he's saying. I don't know why he's saying and dispel magic debuffs. Why he's calling it debuffs? Because diamond skin is not a debuff, no? Flaming weapon is not a debuff. I'm a bit confused by that. Like it's but here is explicitly say debuff, so probably he's searching only. He's searching only if that one is against you. Because like buff, necro touch. So this one is capable of dispelling blindness, demonic form. So if you do it on yourself, you are like removing your buffs. Yeah, it's a clean, so okay. Okay, I think my suggestion is that we leave it as it is, but we add the information of what it's actually doing. So when you receive two lines like this, it will tell you, you wash from magic. The problem is that it will be very long description, right? Can we do it smarter just by adding to the string? I don't know if we can actually add to the string. But would be nice if we set a variable. I mean, we can try. Basically, we can set a variable all the time that we go through the script, through each section, with the name of the with the name of the ways that we actually dispelled, and then at the end we send one single message, right? One single message with all the list of the ways that you dispelled. Because I think it's a bit stupid to say you were unable to dispel and then you did something, right? So I think it's super confusing. I mean, it's like insanely confusing. Okay, let me see if we have dispel in our database, because this requires a bit of work. This requires, unfortunately, a bit of work, but I think it's a good change. I think we should do it. I think we should do it. So we have it, yeah, we have it here in our database, right? So in the, okay, so if I go, okay, let me clean this mess a second, because I want to have a clean sheet, not this. Okay, so let's say that we do I don't know if we can do this though. I don't know if we can assign to a variable, because here we are not in a math script. Here we are in a progression script. And the question is, can we assign? I think we can. I think we can. So let me try to add a message at the end, which will be our final message. And this final message will say, you wash blah 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 with magic from the crystal. And this one we will have to do if that one is not empty, right? The problem is, how do I check for a variable not being empty? That I have no idea. Because we need something smarter here, right? I mean, it should be possible, but I don't know exactly how to do it. But that would be the best solution. No. Scripting. No. I mean, we should have that. Target name, right? So now I would like to see if we have a let that is actually setting. If we have a let that is actually setting a variable by name. Yeah, for example, this one, right? Sector NPC probably is the sector ID though. But I think it should be possible. I'm searching a let with a string, but I'm finding only let with numbers. But we can try. Okay, let me try once. Let me just try and see if it works, because otherwise... so let me set... rain, a variable that is called ways, right? And it will be equal to dark at the moment, and we see what happens. Okay, equal to dark. So if now here I say at the end we say so after the if, yes, inside the let. Oh my god, this thing. No, I cannot edit there, it's impossible. I have to edit here and copy paste the whole thing. Okay, so we do ways equal to dark, for example. Okay, if not, we can also do it with numbers, but it's a bit harder, I would say, because I could set, you know, all the, so it's a bit longer to parse. Okay, let's see if the server can parse it this way. And we can add to the description that you can cleanse the different ways, right? I think we can change the description of the spell. We can say this spell has high chance to dispel effects of dark way and low chance or medium chance to dispel effects of brown. I deleted that. Good job. Red and brown. And it's very similar anyway between azure and blue. I mean, they are slightly different. Red, brown, azure and blue, and low chance to dispel effects of crystal way. I can update the description. I'm updating the description, so actually is better, right? So it's giving you more information on what it does. Okay, seems that the server crashed, so it means that it cannot parse the string. Pity. Yeah, exactly, cannot do it. It's giving an error, operation failed, let binding. And no identifier. Yeah, I cannot do it. Wait, I did it wrong. Wait, I did it wrong. Wait. It's not this. This one needs to be. This one needs to be here. Okay. Let's try again. This bug is a bit harder to fix, actually. But I think it's a good change, because we'll make the spell more understandable. But, yeah, it's not critical, but I think it's okay. We can do it. Seems to be loading, actually. I saw an XML error, but no, it's the typical. Okay. Now we have all the maps again. No. Now we have all the maps again. GG. Yeah, but I think this is doable. Just need to understand how to concatenate a string, if that is even possible. But maybe we set like 5 variables. Well, it's actually 4. It didn't. Wait, I didn't put the variable. Why? Oh, fuck. I didn't put the variable, my friends. You wash the target off. And the variable is weights, right? Yeah. Let me just delete the maps that we don't need, because we have too many. Okay. Check large west, blah blah blah. There is a B2 shadow on the floor. What is a B2 shadow? Like you can read B2 on the floor. That would be strange. This game is full of strange things, by the way. B2 bomber shape. Maybe it's a stalactite. No, maybe it's a stalactite on the roof. No. Okay, you should say dark way, right? You should say dark in theory. So if I do cast, the last of the three should say. You watched all of Dev of Dark, but okay, fantastic. Okay, very good. So that is so it means that it's possible, right, to have the variable. Now, I think the easiest probably is that we do this. We set 4 variables. But can I calculate them? Is what I don't know. Can I? Because I have to set the variable during the execution, right? So, or I do another let. Yeah, I think I have to do another let. But then if I do a let, then there will be... How do I know what I generated? Let me get a complex script and see if by any chance we have some of that or not. No, it's too simple. If locked equal to 0, because you can check a variable, but I don't know if you can reassign a variable. You see that here we are always checking a variable, we are not assigning a variable. It's a pity though. I think the easiest is probably if I search this way. So because we have the parser, right? The parser is there should be a way though. Variable int. Sorry, what is variable int? Applied variable integer. Do we have a variable string or not? Because I don't know if we have the capability, right, to collect through the script a variable and then use it at the end. I don't know if we have that capability. Also, unfortunately, this part is not documented. This part is not documented. Bindings, right? So it's creating bindings, but can I modify a binding? Because basically we have to append a string, right? Which seems simple, but it's not that simple in a script. Bindings. Yeah, we can define it, but we cannot modify it during the script, or can we? Strange though. So these bindings are living inside of what? They are living inside the let. They are living inside the let. So there is no function to modify the binding. I think there is no way at the moment. I mean, we can add it. It can be useful also in other cases, but because also this message, right? This message is sent instantly. There is no way to collect text. Interpolate string. Interpolate string. Yeah, it's just doing that. Yeah, there are functions that are working on strings, but then it's not very clear to me though. Is this really changing? Is this really changing the math var, or what it's doing? Because it's doing a lookup, right, of this thing, and then is define. Hey, define is the one that we use when we create a variable. Yes. As a string, get value string. As object, get pointer. But all of this is good, but it's not... There is nothing that modifies. You see, there is define a variable in the environment, define an object, define a string, right? But then there is test, retrieve, but there is no modify, right? The only one that is doing something is this one, actually. So we don't have a modify, right? Which I don't even know how we can do it easily, because basically I will have to, or it's another let inside a let, but I think it would be weird, to do a let inside a let. I think they should be like a var modify, right? Something like that. There was this variable int. What is this variable int doing? Variable name. Variable name value. I don't understand how this works actually. I don't know if it's easy to do, because we don't have the technology. We are missing the technology at the moment to... We are missing the technology to actually modify that string dynamically and give only one result, right? That unfortunately we don't have. Where is this variable minus int? I see. Variable int name. Variable int name brown whey resistance value 15. But this one is really set. Yeah, this one is setting a variable in the character. No, that is a completely different thing, right? This one is setting a variable. Active spell. Yeah, it's like no. This one is completely something else. Is no. No, we don't have the technology to do it. Unfortunately, we don't have the technology to do it. So the best I can do is to explain better what happened. So I can send a message, right? So this message, I cannot do what I wanted to do. This is not possible at the moment. I mean, we have to change. We have to extend our code. What I can do when there are these multiple messages, I can say you wash with magic from the crystal, or I can say you wash, like in this case is dark way, right? You wash I can remove from the crystal. I can say you wash with magic, you wash blah 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 with magic, and dispel dark way magic debuffs, right? So I can add it here, so that you know what is happening. And I can do the same everywhere, so that you know what is the... Right. So why there is no text here? 95%, right? Because in reality it's 4 things, right? It's doing 4 things. Or we just avoid printing something. Does display try to remove all effect of a way or just one of each way? No, always. But is doing it always. It's like I said before. So is doing dark 95%, then red and brown 65%, right? And it's doing all of this. So you may get 4 messages. So if everything works as expected, like you have the best chance, you remove like 4 things, right? You remove 4 things. So, I mean, one trick we could do, we could say, no, but it's not working because it is you or yeah, it is a bit messy. The problem is that if I do it this way, it will be 4 messages. But only one random of each category, not all of them. No, all of them. So every time you cast, this is why you get multiple messages, because sometimes you dispel more than one way. So if you get the best chance, you dispel the dark ones, the red ones. I mean every possible way, right? But sometimes you do only 2 ways or 1 way. So the best would be to print out the ways that you dispelled. But at the moment we don't have the technology, because I don't have a way to modify a variable in the script, right? I don't have a way. Because the only way for me to assign a variable is, well, I mean, I could. If t roll less than, so can I assign immediately the variable based on the roll or not? No, I cannot, because I cannot have an if inside of this, right? Nah. We don't have the technology to do this. So I can make it worst, but more informative, so that he will tell you, you wash, okay, it's black on black. You wash magic, you wash dark magic from ABC, right? And then it will tell you, you wash, azure and blue magic from ABC, and then it will tell you, you wash red and brown, because this is how it works, right? It works in groups, in affinity, by affinity, right? And then it will tell you, you wash crystal magic from ABC, right? So that is the case in which you get all of them, When you don't get all of them, it will tell you something like you failed, right? You failed to wash Azure Blue Magic from ABC, right? But it's very bad. In theory, should be only one. The best solution would be one message, right? The best solution would be... Why it has to do with black? I don't understand. The best solution will be to say you wash, you know, and then a list dark crystal red, for example, from ABC, right? So that would be the best, but I don't have the technology at the moment. I don't. I can add it, right? Because we can, but this really means modifying the scripting. So I think this one will become at the moment a future request. I cannot do. I know exactly why it happens, right? But I don't have a solution. So let me do this. Let me say this spell. This spells works in groups. Works in group. Well, I mean, this spell does 4 things, right? It does 4 things in parallel. Tries to dispel Dark Way. Tries to dispel Dark Way. Then Red and Brown. Then Azure and Blue. And then Crystal. And for each, well, actually for dark is not doing it. I don't know why, but anyway. For each is giving you a message, right? For each is giving you a message. So I can add, right? I can add at least the indication of what you have removed, right? But this is a lot of messages. This would be a lot of messages, right? Because it will be this. It will be, and not even, because it may work on the caster or may work not on the caster. So it's a million messages, bro. But I don't know if I want to do this. We need a better way, because otherwise you receive like 8 lines, right, for one spell. So it's, I think it's not very reasonable. I don't know. At the moment I leave it. It's too complex. It's too complex for the benefit that it does. It's too complex. For each you is giving you a message. In the future we should improve the message. We should improve the message. And even better, be able to send out one single message. This requires a new scripting capability to basically modify a string while executing the script, which we do not have today, right? So I think this thing needs to be, it's too complex for, no, please, you deleted my stuff. Fuck, he deleted it. No, you serious? Ah, I see. Okay, I see. Wait, I can go. Okay. So this one at the moment is known bug, but I cannot fix it. It's too complex. It's too complex. It seems easy, but it's not easy. So at least now I modified anyway the description of the spell. So now it's telling you what it's doing. The description of the spell is this at the moment. The new one is telling you this spell has high chance to dispel effect of Darkway, medium chance to dispel effect of red, brown, azure, and blue, and low chance to dispel effect of Crystal Way. Right? So at least in the description, at least we modify the description, so it's a bit better. But cannot do anything about this one. It's too hard. It is too hard. Crafting metallurgy results in 120 molten steel. Holy shit. What do you mean 120? We have no reproduction steps yet. Javi caused the bug and I'm investigating it. Will update when I have repro steps. Okay, so could not reproduce. Easy. Okay, we leave it there, but we cannot reproduce it, so... Chat tab visibility are forgotten next time the client start. Bro, I did this like a million times. It's still broken. Option interface. You can select chat tab visibility. Yes, I did it. I did it the last release, no? Did I? 047. No, 47 was a patch. 46. Chat, no. No. I remember. I did something on the setting window. Wait. Okay, we can test it anyway, but UI settings, UI main menu settings, show log, added drawing, wrong rotation in trap, new sketches, new drawing number, setting window properly save and use iTab. Yeah, I did it on the 12th of February. 12th of February is after release. Huh? Ah, okay. So it should be fixed now. In theory, it's fixed. Okay, in theory, it's fixed. I did this already. Chat tab visibility, high tabs, yeah. Chat tab visibility. I mean, we can test it, but I think it should work. So let me see. My chat at the moment has main global whisper, blah, blah, blah. I go under option, interface. I'm hiding guild, right? Do we have guild? Yeah, you see that it works. Because I loaded in. Yeah, this one is fixed already. This one is fixed pending release. Nice. This one I did it already. Very happy. It's midnight 08. Allow harvesting wood with a command. No, this is not possible. It's too much of a mess. It is a feature request, yeah, but it's unlikely to happen. Very unlikely. Mailing renamed items could not reproduce. Okay. Practice point skill progression not updated. Practice point skill progression not updated after receiving skill level as a quest reward. It's just not giving you the updating the window. I see. This one we can fix. This one I think we can fix, but I think what I want to do a round of models and maps, right? Because now we are re-releasing all the maps with a new version. So I would like to, everything that is maps, everything that is maps I would like to fix, because I am re-releasing everything. So flying vegetation, we did it. Unescapable, for example, this one, right? Unescapable hole in Oja Road 1. There is a part of the lake to the left of the rocks. As you are facing the lake, it is impossible to escape due to the rock band keeping you trapped in a small area. Okay, this, for example, is a good one to fix, right? We can fix that. Let's do this last one and then I go to bed. Boys! You send me a screenshot of something? Okay, this and oh fuck, I deleted it again. I deleted it again. It is Oja Road 1, Oja Road 1. Okay. Oja Road 1. Oja Road 1. Coordinates. 320, 558. 320. What? Ah, yes. The lake, that lake. Is this. I see. Well. You can move this rock. I mean, we have to change a bit the thing, but I think we can. I can move this rock, I can move this tree and everything. I have to move everything though if I do it. Or we move this one to the left. Because yeah, the problem is this small border, right? The problem is that small border. I can also make this rock smaller, maybe, or rotate it this way. Maybe if I rotate it this way is enough. Maybe. Also move it a bit to the back so that it's not too annoying. Okay, now there should be enough space, right? I mean, I think there is. Okay, let's give it as done, and if it's not done, you will tell me, guys. But there should be enough space now for a character. Yeah, and so on. I want to do all the map fixes so that shield object in arm, yeah, this one I remember is not doable. I mean, it's too hard. Invisible wall obstacle after some stairs. Okay, I have to go, guys. The tavern, yeah, the tavern, I remember that one. New dungeon, loose spawning problems. Live cave puzzle teleporting. Unintentional all in Salpy Cave. Yeah, we will look all of this. Even if many are... well, there are some ready to test. There are some ready to test. I think I will close this ready to test, guys. If you don't tell me that they are good, I will just close them. Because they are there since quite a long time. This one, for example, was changed when? It was changed by me, you know, 6 months ago, so... yeah. Yeah, nearly 1 year ago. It was changed 1 year ago. So no one tested it. But anyway. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go. Thank you for watching. Nice bug fix. Yeah. I mean, we did a number of... I mean, the biggest one was the one about the weapons, right? The one was insane. And I will do the change to the loot description, right? So I will do that so that we have it correct. I just have to remember. I hope I remember. And then we have a kind of a list here of stuff to do. But I don't know. I mean, some of this stuff is not super important. I mean, there is quite a bit, but it's not insane. This one I really have to do this one, the Oja Guild. Okay, it's too late. See you guys. Bye bye. I will see you tomorrow. Bye. I hope we can release this weekend. Crossing fingers. Let's see. Bye.